FBI has arrested a judge in Milwaukee for what the Trump administration is saying was assisting a illegal migrant evading arrest, but they've provided absolutely no evidence for this accusation once again. And the FBI director, Kash Patel, released a statement on X and then quickly deleted it after, mainly due to a lot of people are thinking the wording in the statement that says that the FBI believes that this judge has done things that are illegal in relation to helping this migrant avoid arrest, but not necessarily that they have for certain found that evidence. But before we look at that, I'm Max Lopez. This is the Blue Wave. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share with someone who's into politics, and comment down below. Let me know what you think. So we'll head over here to Mediaite, where it says, FBI director deletes tweet announcing arrest of judge for allegedly helping immigrant evade arrest. Kash Patel announced on Friday morning via X that agents had arrested Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan for allegedly helping an undocumented immigrant evade federal agents before he swiftly deleted the post. Here's the post from FBI Director Kash Patel that says, just now, the FBI arrested Judge Hannah Dugan out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin on charges of obstruction after evidence of Judge Dugan obstructing an immigration arrest operation last week. We believe Judge Dugan intentionally misdirected federal agents away from the subject to be arrested in her courthouse, Eduardo Flores Ruiz, allowing the subject, an illegal alien, to evade arrest. Thankfully, our agents chased down the perp on foot, and he's been in custody since, but the judge's obstruction created increased danger to the public. We will have more to share soon. Excellent work at FBI Milwaukee. The FBI has not issued a follow-up press release, and according to NBC News legal affairs reporter Gary Grumbach, no court documents are available just yet. So here's the key word in here. We believe Judge Dugan intentionally misdirected federal agents away. We believe. Well, you better know. You better know for sure. You better have had the evidence for certain that this judge did what you are saying that she did. Otherwise, this is going to be a very, very scary moment in the United States of America, where we now live in a country where the administration currently in charge of the White House is going around and rounding up federal judges based on what they quote unquote believe. Well, that's not how the law works. But ultimately, what Donald Trump is attempting to do here is instill fear into every man, woman, and child in the United States of America when it comes to having any sort of relation or anything to do with undocumented people in this country. They want people to be afraid first and foremost, and will do anything and stop at nothing to perpetrate and spread that fear, such as going and arresting a judge on suspicions of what they quote unquote what they believe. We don't go off of what we believe here in the United States, and you best believe that myself and many others are going to be anxiously awaiting court documents that prove what the administration is saying to be true. Otherwise, there is going to be hell to pay. Furthering Trump's attempts to spread fear and intimidate people in this country, we have a judge being arrested outside of his home for being accused of sheltering a gang member. A former New Mexico judge and his wife were arrested on Thursday after being accused of sheltering a Tren de Agrua gang member at their home. Local news captured the raid and arrest of former Doña County magistrate Judge Joel Cano and his wife Nancy Cano, who were charged with tampering with evidence and conspiracy to tamper, respectively. In footage posted by KFox14, Mr. and Mrs. Cano could be seen in handcuffs next to agents from both the FBI and the Homeland Security investigations. Cano resigned from his position in March after being accused of sheltering illegal immigrant Christian Ortega Lopez, a suspected member of the Venezuelan gang Tren de Agrua, which is designated a foreign terror organization, by President Trump earlier this year. Several photos showed Cano posing with Lopez at his home. Lopez was arrested in March and charged with possession of a firearm following a raid on the Cano residence. So, again, what the Trump administration wants to do here is make people think twice about associating with brown people in general in this country. And they want to make it known that if you are someone who associates with brown people or does anything, goes out of their way in any way at all to help a brown person in this country, that you can become a target and you could be arrested and swept up as well. Not only the migrants and people deemed to be undesirable by Donald Trump's administration, but anyone associating with those people as well are a threat here. And maybe this guy is Tren de Agrua, maybe he isn't, right? But the thing here is that Donald Trump wants people to, again, think twice about having any association whatsoever with brown people based on these stories coming out early, with Trump going around and arresting judges early on in his administration to basically create this state of affairs in this country where if you are just trying to help someone, just trying to be a good person and be a good neighbor, it could be something that ends up getting you swept up and shipped off to El Salvador or arrested and put wherever the Donald Trump administration sees fit for you to be put. So again, we have here intimidation of this time a lawyer with a Utah immigration lawyer who is a naturalized U.S. citizen being ordered to self-deport. Salt Lake City, ABC4, it's time for you to leave. That was the opening line of an email sent to Carlos Trujillo, a naturalized U.S. citizen working as an immigration lawyer in Salt Lake City, on April 11th, ordering him to self-deport within several days. I know the laws of this country, Trujillo told ABC4. I am not leaving. I am not deportable, but I do want everyone to know that these kinds of things are happening. Trujillo said the threatening language of the email bothered him. Trujillo encouraged the immigrant community to be aware of the changes in the laws and to know their rights. He said many people who received the email are in the country under legal circumstances. So the main goal is to create fear and division and distrust between different groups of people in this country. And last but not least here, we have another indication that fascism is unfortunately alive and well, with Trump here playing dumb in terms of what he understands the Supreme Court ordered him to do in a unanimous 9-0 decision. Mediaite, Trump appears unaware Supreme Court ruled 9-0 against him. That's not what my people told me. Trump claims his lawyers have told him that the Supreme Court rulings on Kilmore Abrego Garcia does not mean he needs to bring back the man accidentally deported to an El Salvador mega prison. Yeah, you do. In an interview with Time, the president was asked about the Supreme Court's 9-0 order telling the administration to facilitate Garcia's return. The administration has maintained that Garcia is an MS-13 gang member despite no prior convictions and their admission that he was sent to El Salvador by mistake. Asked if he's disobeying the Supreme Court, Trump said, "That's not what my people told me. They didn't say it was. They said it was. The 9-0 was entirely different." I mean, I don't even understand what that means. Trump says, "I leave that to my lawyers. I give them no instructions. They feel that the order said something very much different from what you're saying. But I leave that to my lawyers if they want, and that would be Attorney General of the United States and the people that represent the country. I don't make that decision." Dude, you're the president. You definitely have the power to bring back Abrego Garcia if you gave a crap about him. And the Supreme Court certainly ordered the United States government to facilitate the return of Abrego Garcia to the U.S., which in hindsight, the Supreme Court needs to use much more direct, precise language, because Donald Trump is going to do everything he can to play dumb and sidestep court orders and orders from judges. And we have to expect that this is going to continue from Donald Trump's administration. And these kinds of attacks on judges who are involved in cases involving immigrants to this country, and just people in the orbit of immigrants are not safe whatsoever. And this is a really chilling moment where Donald Trump is going around now arresting judges of the United States of America based on what they quote unquote believe they've done. Not anything that's been proven in a court of law, but just what they believe. Chilling stuff. It makes me wonder, how much further are we going to go here? And what is it going to be tomorrow that Trump believes is worthy of arresting legal citizens of the United States? That's all I got for you guys in this one. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe, comment down below, and share with someone that's into politics. Thanks for watching. Take care.